join the 28-hour SQL Server Masterclass on the Udemy platform for only $15 instead of $89. Learn how to become a future developer or either a future DBA or performance expert on SQL Server with 150 exercises. The link to the promotion is in the video description. Okay? Want to get started on SQL Server? Then join me. The SIG table. The SIG table is a much more efficient way to access data. It will traverse the route, the intermediate and data nodes much faster. Okay? This greatly reduces the number of I/O in a query. So it will go directly from the root node to the intermediate and data nodes without going through the other intermediate and data page. So it will greatly reduce the number of I/O. Okay? Let's enable statistic and the execution plan. The execution plan is enabled. Okay, just here, and execute enable the statistic with the set statistic I/O on. So we are going to run this simple request with the predicate filter on the employee ID. Okay, so let's run the query. You can see that the result is almost instantaneous. So let's go on the message tab, and you can see that we have 3 logical reads for this request. I think we are not bad. So it went from the root node to the intermediate node to the leaf node. Okay, so it just went through 3 pages. Okay, understand? And we can see that that the execution plan is a SIG, index SIG. Okay. Same for our query. This query. Let's run this query, and we have 2 logical reads. Okay, and the execution plan is exactly it's exactly the same. It's an index SIG. On the other hand, I make a very ugly request with a % and a like. So in this example, SQL can do a SIG on this kind of queries. Okay, so let's run the query. So now we are in a scan mode. Okay, and there is a number of logical rules that is more consequent. Okay, 210. It's logical because you have a index scan. So is it the same thing for a heap table? So the definition of a heap table is a table without a cluster index, but with a non-cluster index. Okay, so is it the same thing for the heap table? We can see that exactly the same thing. Okay, the same execution plan, index SIG, and we have 2 logical reads. It's not bad. So adopt the SIG is good for your performance, but do not force it at every request, at every query. Do not make the mistake of always looking for the SIG in your indexes. Okay, Sometimes the perfect index does not exist. Don't try to use the hints, the triggers, to use the for seek every time. You will see in other demonstration that forcing a clustered or non-clustered index to force the seek can be very detrimental to your performance. Okay? So let's go to the next demonstration.